Hey guys, how are we today? Hey Tristan, it's always so good to see you. And Neat Noodle, hey. She says, Hey Trista, hey Mo, I finally made it live on time. We're so glad to have you. So glad to have you. Hey Mayla's mom, it's good to see you. It's good to see all you guys. First off, I have been trying so hard to at least go live once a week and give you guys updates or whatever's on my mind. Oh, great, Vanessa. That's so great. I'll be sure drop your channel so everybody can go find it. I got a surprise to show you guys at the end on Vanessa's channel. I always like to show her channel at the end because we talk about such heavy topics, and Vanessa is so good about capturing nature. And for a lot of us that don't get outside to see that a lot, it's really great. Hey, Brad, it's good to see you too. Oh, thank you, Trista. Foxy helped me do that. He sure did. We had to we changed up the little dog that we had last time, Coco, and this one I don't think it has a name yet, and we got a cat this time too. How cute, huh? Hey, Jingles, good to see you. Um, so hey, Teacup Kraken, it's good to see all you guys. Um, like I was saying, I've been trying to go live once a week, and last week, you guys, I already had the live that I'm gonna do today. I already had everything researched and um the way that I wanted it and everything. And Friday, my teeth started hurting, and I was like, well, maybe I grinded them in my sleep or something. You know how you guys do. But then my face started swelling up, and it was awful, you guys. I went to the dentist Monday though and got some antibiotics, so I am feeling a lot better. But okay, in June I had X-rays and had my teeth cleaned and everything, and it was those X-rays that where it goes around your whole head instead of just where you bite down, and they do it from the front. So I'm thinking that they didn't see it because where I have to sit, from my wheelchair, I'm thinking they missed it or something. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's been a mess, you guys. So that's why I wasn't here, but I'm here today. And well, we're glad to have you, Jingles. We're glad to have all you guys. Um, so yeah, full face X-ray. That's what it was. Yeah. And I have no idea how they missed that, you guys, or when they cleaned my teeth, so I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I'm waiting to see if I can get a root canal. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, that's enough about that. But when I started researching about this guy, he I couldn't even find a wanted poster about him. But Lokama, I don't know if you guys know Lokama's life. She is the sweetest. But she tagged me in a post, a really good detailed Facebook post this lady named Kathy Pierce did, and I left it in my description, and I also shared it on my community tab. So I was glad that she did that, so I could go ahead and share that before I could come live about it. Um, Teacup Kraken says, did they do the ones where they put the plastic piece in your mouth and make you bite down? Yeah, it would. But I bit down on the front, and the X-ray went around my whole head. It was on like this arm, and instead of where they just bring it up and put it close to your mouth, it went around my whole head. I never seen one like that before. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. Yeah, I was really, really sick, you guys, but I am feeling better. I had been getting dizzy for a few days before that, and I would say that it's all connected somehow. Yeah, 360 X-ray. That's what it was. Um, oh, and also, you guys, when we were here the last Monday that we were here, it was 2 days. The Kentucky I-75 shooting had happened the Saturday before that. And I can't remember exactly what I said, you guys. They did have the suspect as Joseph Couch, and I did show you guys pictures. And I was really upset about it, you guys, because at that time, we didn't know if the 5 people that had been shot, we didn't know if they were going to be all right, and then also we didn't know. He said that he was going to hurt a lot of people in that text, and that he sent to his baby's mother. And so I was worried that he would hurt some of these youngins going to school, or you never know. So I was really upset about it. And on, you guys know, every Monday I do a community prayer post, so that if anybody has any prayer requests, you can leave them there. And I also just tell you guys what I've been thinking. And today I asked for prayers for Joseph's family, because he was found deceased, and that's their family, guys. And I'd heard they'd been making not so kind comments on social media, but just thank God that we don't know what we would do in that situation. And I really pray that none of us ever have to find out what we would do in a situation like that. And I also prayed for Joseph's soul, because it was just really heavy on my heart too. And you guys can read it, it's there if you want to. But I just wanted to say that, just to remind you guys that, about the victims' families, and they're a victim of his. I heard somebody else say that somewhere, and they're victims too of his. Exactly, Jingles. It wasn't their fault. And his baby's mother, when she got that text, she called 911 immediately. And when they traced his phone, it happened to be 90 minutes after the shooting, but she did try. And in the last press conference that I saw, they did say that they have no evidence that he contacted his family or tried to, or that they helped him in any way. So, yeah, yeah. So, okay, you guys, now this guy today, I'm not going to have any compassion for. I'm not going to have, I'm not going to feel bad at all about him, because it's different. It's different when it's kids. And when I tell you guys about this person, what he's done, I think you are going to, I think you're going to feel the same way. And so let me see here. This guy is named Adam Dean Renk. And they, let me go ahead and get all my stuff pulled up here. Well, let me plug us in first, you guys, because it says that I have 3/4 battery, but we know how that goes. Let me see here. I get us. There we go. And yeah, yeah, Brett. It's hey MK, good to see you. Yeah, I think this morning. Oh, you guys, let me see here. I think I have Alex in my night bot. If you guys, I know a lot of you guys know Alex, but she's been doing coffee and crime every morning, and I love to start my day over there. You guys, I'm drinking my coffee, coffee and crime, and I talk to all my friends, and usually, you guys know that I try not to cuss a lot, right? But even when I type, if I usually put like asterisks and exclamation marks, and I don't really say the oh, I don't really like to even spell out the cuss words. So when I spell them out, you guys know I'm on one. And this morning, when I went in Alex's, I love watching her because she says the cuss words that I'm thinking. So I like that. And then also this morning when I went, it was awful. It was about kids, and you guys know I know you guys are like me, and that gets to you. But anyways, I just felt it. I was like, I know I'm going to be on one today, so it started this morning. But so this one is Brat says, no, girl, when you say it, you're on one. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, okay. Let me get us to where we got to go here. I'll take you guys with me. Don't ever fret. Sometimes I forget to take you guys, but I do come back. Okay, so this is I'm going to tell you guys the characteristics of him first, so that I know that we like to. Vanessa told me earlier. She said that mustache. You know, you got to look out for the ones with the mustache like that, and that's true. It is true. I don't mean to make light of the subject, but we have to sometimes. So this is Adam, and sometimes he goes by James, and sometimes he goes by Dean Renk, and he's 6 foot 1 inch tall, 175 pounds. There was a couple of well, there was actually one article that said that he was 157 pounds, and I think that they just transposed the numbers. But all the other articles I saw, he was 175 pounds, and he has blue eyes, and he is wanted in yeah, you guys agree with Vanessa, huh? Yeah. He is wanted in 2 states, you guys, the Oregon State Police and the Mobile, Alabama Police Department. And now the U.S. Marshals are seeking the public's help to locate Adam Renk. He's 39 years old, and he's wanted in both states for 6 crimes against child victims. And he was last seen in Alabama on 8/7. And they said, I'm going to show you guys his YouTube channel too. He has a YouTube channel. I think they would call him like a van lifer. And he converted this Ford ambulance that you guys see in the photo. He has converted it, and they say that that's what he's driving. And it's gray over white now. And this is I put the little license plate up here on the right, 353JWK, and it's Oregon. And then the numbers are down here at the bottom. I will share that later too, but I already have some of the stuff on my community tab that Locum I shared, and it's a really good detailed post. Yeah, that's true, Brett. Absolutely. Oh, okay. And here's just some photos that I have gathered that we'll look at. Let me see here. And then this one, so this is him. He shaved the mustache, and I noticed here he's got an earring and an eyebrow ring. So look out for that too. And then here's another picture that I took from one of his videos. His last crime was this past August in Alabama, and the crimes that he committed in Oregon were this past June. And but that's the one we know of. And when I tell you guys what he's wanted for, there is a great possibility that he has other victims that haven't come forward. It says that the numbers for the Oregon police, it says if you know where he is, or if you know of any potential more victims, for you guys to call that number. Well, you might have seen him on his YouTube jingles. He's got a YouTube channel, and then he did Instagram stuff. He hasn't done it in a few years, but it seemed like he was really big into that. Yeah. Well, jingles, he could be absolutely anywhere. Could be. Yeah. And then let's see here. That's the back of it. And see on his arm right here, you guys, he does have. I'll read you guys from Kathy's post, and it is in my description too. But she has all of his tattoos listed here. Let me find them and read them to you guys. A tattoo of a horse on his back, a Jacques Cousteau quote on his chest, possibly an Oregon's license plate tattoo, has a mountain scene on his left bicep, leaves on his left forearm, and has a pot belly. And she says he usually has a bike and a kayak. He's vegan and very proud of it. He loves to stand out. He has a lot of ready cash. That's what Foxy watched one of his videos. Hey, NorCal Jim, it's good to see you. Foxy watched one of his videos too, and he told me that it was a vegan recipe, and I forgot to tell you guys that he is vegan too. So that's all the tattoos that he has. You can see some here, and then that's the license plate. I don't know what that's about, but you can see some of his tattoos there. And he usually is bald. He usually shaves his head. No, MK, right? MK says, I've never seen a potbelly vegan hipster before. Well, you have now, buddy. You sure have now. And so this is another, guys can really change their appearance. Like girls can do it just by changing their hair, but guys can do it by changing their facial hair a whole lot. Hey, Sunday Doodles, it's good to see you. It's good to see all you guys. Oh, and this was one of his videos I was going to show you guys, but I'm not going to now because he takes his whole shirt off and it's really gross and I'd rather not. Okay, so now I'm going to start telling you guys about the first crime here. Let me see here. I have to go back. All right, I got you guys. So the right here it says a Midtown Mobile man is facing child sexual abuse and torture charges. And wait until you guys hear what after prosecutors say a woman allowed him to take a child and paddle her. Norcal Jim says, tell Foxy I said hello if you can. Haven't heard from him in a while. I sure will. I sure will. I talked to Foxy is my buddy. We talk quite a bit. Um, so prosecutors say he did it for his sexual pleasure. So this woman, Natasha Steele, let me see how she's 42, and that's his girlfriend, and she allowed him to do that to her child, and she was 11 years old, and it said that a family member noticed that something was going on with the child, and so they said something about it, and that's what caused this. You're welcome, guys. I got you. Don't even worry about it. um, so this is one of those, like, and Alex says this morning we were saying see something, say something. So this is one of those instances that really happened. Somebody did see something and they did say something. Thank goodness. So it says Adam Renk was arrested and charged with sexual torture and abuse earlier this month, and then arrested again on a sex abuse charge. He has since bonded out of jail. And she was charged with aggravated child abuse. Prosecutors say she let Rank paddle the girl. She remained in jail. So she's still in jail, you guys, on a $30,000 bond the last time I checked. And he is out of jail. And I saw on Facebook somebody said that his mother got him out of this. And she tends to do that a lot. So let's watch this video. Huh. I wonder why you guys couldn't hear it. Let me get back to you guys. Hang on. Huh. Oh, I didn't unmute it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. But basically what she said was all that I told you guys anyways. Let me try on the next video, let's see if it'll do it. The other ones are from YouTube. So we'll see if those share. Am I sharing right now? No, I'm not. Let me come back and get you guys. had done, oh, right here it says your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Try sharing your screen again. Restart your browser if this continues to be a problem. Well, it looks like it's not my problem. It looks like it's StreamYard's problem, isn't it? Ugh. I've been hearing other people have been having problems with StreamYard. Okay, let me go back. Now we're back here. There's the video. Okay. Yeah, so that's one of his arrests. This is his second arrest in Mobile. So he was arrested twice, you guys, and they let him bail out. Yeah, I don't like to share. I'm totally stingy. Oh. So that's her. Wonder what happened to her face, you guys. She's got a big bandage on her face. Natasha, she's 43 and he's 39. Luckily, they still have her, though. And that's another picture of her. Okay, now let me get back to this one. So this was on 8/27 that this video came out. So I'll show you guys this video and then I'll show you what the Mobile police said. Can you guys hear it now? I mean, I stopped it right then so I could share the YouTube with you guys so you can watch it in your own time. But could you guys hear it now? It said that he had a torture room that he made specifically in that house and would go and do that. How disgusting. Disgusting. I know, right, Jim? Probably wouldn't even take 5 minutes. For real, for real. Okay, you guys let me know if you can hear it this time.
We first reported on Renk last week when he was arrested and charged with sexual abuse and the torture of an 11-year-old child. Now, he has since bonded out. Fox News reporter Ariel Mallory is in the studio now with more details.
And Ariel, you spoke with a neighbor who says she's just shocked about all this.
Yeah, I did, Lenise and Shelby. Now, she didn't want to be identified, but she says she never expected to hear these accusations about her neighbor. Now, she told me she recently saw Renk after he bonded out of jail, packing up an RV, and believes he's on the run. Now, we do want to warn you, some of these details are graphic.
When it happened, when I came home the other day and the cop cars were here, it totally shocked me. I just was in shock. I was like, couldn't believe it.
That's how one Midtown woman responded to the disturbing allegations about her neighbor, Adam Renk. Renk is actively wanted by U.S. Marshals.
Neat Noodle says you Southern people call spanking a child paddling and whipping, but is it all the same to you or do they mean something else? I don't know. That's a good question. I've never known in real life of anybody getting paddled. I think when I was in first grade, this guy, one of the they were still allowed to paddle you in first grade, and I remember the teacher had one of those tall stools, and she made him lean over that, and she paddled him. But I think I would call it a whooping, a whooping, yeah. But I think this was, like they said, right, torture, you know?
And the Mobile Police Department for several charges of sexual abuse with possible new charges. Renk was arrested twice this month on charges of sexual torture and abuse. According to court documents, Renk had a torture room at this home on Coventry Way and strapped an 11-year-old girl to a wall. Documents say Renk hit the child with a paddle for sexual pleasure. A neighbor says she never suspected this alleged behavior.
Never. I mean, very quiet. Like I said, no parties. Had very few visitors to his home. Just like I said, it was a shock. The thing that freaked me out was the torture room. I couldn't believe that. It was like, wow, you would think that you would see some signs of that.
Another out-of-state law enforcement agency contacted MPD after seeing Renk was arrested. We're told they had new information about the cases in Mobile. Police say he bonded out of jail before they could add on the new charges. Those charges include first and second degree sodomy, as well as first and second degree sex abuse. The neighbor says she believes.
Yeah, did you guys hear those charges? Those charges were sexual abuse and torture, and the second arrest was for sexual abuse. And she's 11 years old. Right, Jim? Won't harm an animal as a vegan, but harms children. Yeah. Yeah. It don't make no sorts of sense whatsoever. I know, Trista, and I'm wondering well, if the girlfriend's bail was 30,000, his bail was probably significantly higher, and they still let him out. And then I'm going to tell you guys about the charges in Oregon, and they happened in June before this, but they had to wait for the some reason the incident happened in June, and they didn't get they had to wait for the grand jury, I think, and the indictment didn't come out until September the 4th, and the 5th is when they issued the warrant. So if they could have handled what happened in Oregon sooner, then this child might have been saved, in my mind, you know?
He is on the run.
I came home the other day, and the day after he got out of jail, and he came home, and he has a little RV over there in a Jeep, and he was frantically packing it. Him and his girlfriend were packing. They packed up, and they pulled away.
Investigators also arrested.
Wonder who that girl was that she was talking about. She said his girlfriend, but Natasha is still in jail. So I wonder who that was, you guys. That's a very good question, and that didn't hit my mind until watching it just now with you guys, but that's a good question, huh?
Arrested Natasha Steele and charged her with aggravated child abuse. According to police, Steele allowed Renk to paddle the girl. Now the neighbor hopes Renk will turn himself in.
Turn yourself in. I mean, you need help.
Now, court documents say he pleaded not guilty last week and asked for a preliminary hearing, though that hearing was scheduled for October the 10th. Now, if you know where Adam Renk could be, you're asked to call the Mobile Police Department. Now, as for Natasha Steele, she remains in Metro Jail. Live tonight in the studio, Ariel Mallory, Fox 10 News.
See, guys, so she said it too. She said that Natasha was still in jail. So his other hearing is coming up on October the 10th for these charges. You all think he's going to show up? I'm thinking probably not. Okay, let's see. Let me get back out of here. I think I have to go back and share all the way. Let's see. Okay. So the same day that this that news was aired that I showed you guys, the Mobile PD, I think that she is she was the from the police department. Let me show you guys this.
The Mobile Police Department is currently looking for 39-year-old Adam Renk. He was recently arrested twice this month for sex abuse of a child less than 12, as well as sexual torture. He is currently on our radar as we are looking for him for several sex abuse charges in connection with his juvenile daughter. Adam Renk is currently wanted for sodomy in the first and second degree, as well as sex abuse in the first and second degree. We need your help, Mobile, in getting this predator off the street. If you have seen Adam Renk, please call our non emergency line at 251 208 7211.
Yeah, so he should have never been let out. So let me see here what the so they did that, and then let me see what the next thing is that I got to show you guys. NorCal Jim says our justice system is a mess when this guy can get on out on bail. Yep, I totally agree. So this is when, so the police in Oregon, when they got the charges to go through on September, when the indictment came back, let me tell you guys what those charges were. It was unlawful first degree sexual. Okay, you guys, trigger warning, because these charges that I'm going to read to you guys are really, really bad. And even just saying the words. Okay, Van, I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I'm going to share it at the end. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read these to you guys now. When the charges in Oregon came out, it was unlawful degree sexual penetration in the first degree, sodomy in the first degree, and sexual abuse in the first degree. And it says that although the two victims aren't related, the crimes are similar in nature. Yeah. Um, so it says that on 6/21, Oregon State Police detectives responded to an essay disclosure made by a child, and she identified Renk as the perpetrator. And on one article, it said that the crime occurred on June the 1st of 2020, but there was just one article that I seen that. On the rest of the other articles, it said that it occurred June the 1st of this year, and then on June the 21st is when Oregon State Police started investigating it. And yeah, in my notes, it says that the grand jury came back on September the 4th and a warrant was issued the next day. But when they tried to locate him, he was already out on bail, you know? So let me take you guys back to there and we'll watch that. And it says that they had been investigating him for months. So that bothers me too, you guys. They'd been investigating him for months. I just don't understand why it took so long for these charges to come back. I'll share this video for you guys too so you can watch it on your own time.
A Mobile man wanted on multiple sexual abuse charges could be facing similar charges thousands of miles away.
Yeah, Fox News has learned Adam Renk is being investigated by Oregon State Police and the Wasco County District Attorney's Office. Renk was arrested twice this month for sexual abuse and torture of an 11-year-old girl, and now he's facing more charges.
U.S. Marshals, Mobile Police, both looking for him. Our Ariel Mallory is in the studio now. Ariel, you spoke with someone from Oregon State Police today, and you were told that they've been investigating him for months.
Yeah, that's right, Lenise and Shelby.
See, that's what I was telling you guys, investigating him for months. So that makes me really angry too, like I said. And now nobody knows where he is. How many more potential victims could there be out here, you know? Me too, Brat. Me too.
Now, a spokesperson with Oregon State Police says Renk has been on their radar long before he was arrested in Mobile. And I'm told it was before August. Now, because it's an active investigation, they couldn't say much, but the allegations are similar to the ones here.
The search for a Mobile man wanted on multiple disturbing allegations of sexual abuse has expanded thousands of miles away across the country. Right now, U.S. Marshals and Mobile police are looking for Adam Renk. The investigation now includes Oregon State Police. Renk is wanted on charges of sodomy and sexual abuse in Mobile. He was arrested twice this month for sexual torture and abuse against an 11-year-old girl. Court documents say Renk had a torture room and strapped the girl to a wall, hitting her with a paddle for sexual pleasure. We're told he bailed out of jail before the new charges were added. A spokesperson with Oregon State Police confirmed there is an active investigation, and allegations made against Renk were, quote, similar in nature to what was investigated in Mobile. I'm told the reports have been submitted to the Wasco County District Attorney's Office and are waiting to go to grand jury. I reached out.
This was before the grand jury. I think this was August 29th when they did this video. So yeah, the charges have come back now. Way later than they should have.
Out to District Attorney-elect Cara Davis, who gave this statement. I am aware of the investigation in Alabama. I am very concerned that his ties to Oregon might bring him here and hope that he is found soon. We do have an ongoing serious investigation of a similar nature, but I am not able to comment further at this time. I'd like to ask that if anyone sees him, please contact your local law enforcement.
Now, there is no active arrest warrant for Renk in Oregon. I'm told he's just a person of interest, and that would only happen if after the grand jury makes a final decision. Now, again, if you know where Renk is, call Mobile.
Now there is an active warrant for him from Wasco, Oregon. So that was obsolete. Let me show you guys. Now it's when the Wasco, Oregon, they come back with, they make their own post. Let me see here. Let me show you guys. So it was on September 9th. So maybe this was when they updated it or something, but they should have put out a post that day on the 6th when the warrant came back. But it says OSP asking for the public's help to locate wanted man, suspect wanted for sex crimes in Oregon and Alabama. Oregon State Police and the Mobile, Alabama Police Department are seeking the public's help to locate Adam Renk, 39, who was wanted in both states for sex crimes against child victims. On June 21st, 2024, OSP detectives responded to a sexual abuse disclosure made by a child. The child disclosed Renk as the perpetrator. Renk has since been indicted on multiple crimes against a child victim under the age of 12. Now, this one in Oregon just says under the age of 12, but the one from Mobile says she was 11 years old. He is charged, and those are the charges I already read, you guys. And this says, as part of their investigation, OSP detectives learned Renk had been charged in another case involving a minor victim in Mobile, Alabama. So the one with him and Natasha Steele, that one. And guys, these I've read charges before, but just reading these charges just give me anger and ick, like icky anger. You know, these words, just the words are awful. So could you imagine? Don't imagine, but I mean, the words are so awful, but the crimes are like so much even more awful. You know, do you guys feel me? This is awful. So now Alabama law enforcement agencies and the U.S. Marshals are attempting to locate Renk, who posted bond in Alabama and was released from pretrial custody. And this tells about the converted Ford ambulance that is now painted two-toned white over gray. So I think that I might have said gray over white, you guys, but that's an important detail, white over gray. And it says he's 6 foot 1 inches tall, 175 pounds, with blue eyes and brown hair. And these are the numbers to call. So they did this on September the 9th. Now I want to tell you guys what that what else I found reading these comments under some of these Facebook posts. I found a lady who was, she said that Renk was married to her sister. And I'm going to tell you guys about her now. And he has 2 kids. There is a video on his YouTube channel called Part 2.5 My Story. And we might try to go through that if I can stomach it, you guys. But I'm going to tell you guys about it first, the notes that I took from it. He was married. He said he got married when he was 19 years old to a woman, and I'm not going to say her name, but she has made her own Facebook post and has asked for privacy. And she does leave his wanted flyer and stuff on her page. But her and him have 2 kids together, and he was married. So they were married for 12 years, I think. I've got my dates kind of weird on here, but they were married for 8 years and they had 2 children. And the way that he explains it in this video, Jingles says, you can't imagine what these children went through. I know, bless their hearts. And that's why this guy needs to get caught so that they could get justice. Like, imagine that little girl, that either of them, the one, her family saw something and came forward about her, but the other little girl in Oregon, it sounds like she came forward on her own. You guys, could you imagine the bravery and courage that took? I know, Jingles, it probably was so much worse. So his first wife, that they were married for 8 years and had 2 kids, and she's asking for privacy now. But in that video, he says that he just had this wanderlust spirit and he couldn't be who he wanted to be with her. And so they got divorced. And he talks about Trisha now. Trisha was his second wife, Trisha Bangert Renk. And the way that I learned about her was in under one of these comments. It says, he was married to my sister and she did not kill herself. So I don't know how this fits in, you guys, but I feel like Trisha's story, she deserves, I want to speak about her too. You know, they were married August the 4th of 2013. And when he is in that video talking about his story, he says that Trisha was the love of his life, and that he even talks about how long they were married: 7 years, 7 months, and 30 days. And in that video that he's doing, it's like 9 months after her death, you guys. And no, Neat Noodle. Neat Noodle says, wait, sorry, I missed it. His bio kids are also victims. No, not that we know of. They haven't said anything and nothing's been discussed about that. On one of those news videos, it did say that his daughter was the victim, but that's not true. They messed that up. And that's another thing, you guys. When you can't take one article as truth, you have to look at a few, because even those mess up, you know? Oh, I'm so very sorry, Jingles. I'm so very sorry. She's a survivor. She's absolutely a survivor. Thank God I wasn't a victim of that, but I was a victim of a really bad DV accident. Well, not an accident, an incident. And I like to say that I'm a survivor instead of a victim, you know? So he even knows he's the 7 years, 7 months, and 30 days. So, and when he's talking about that in that video, it's 9 months after. and it doesn't seem like, well, I'll show you guys a little bit of it, but it doesn't seem, I'll just have to let you guys see it. But he said that she had a chronic illness, and he never states what the chronic illness was, but he says that her mother had the same chronic illness, that she passed away 4 months before they met. And he just says that Trisha died. That's all he says. 8 years to the day that her mother died. So I want to show you guys what I found about Trisha. So I found this on Web Sleuths, and when I went to her missing flyer that they have posted down here, the National Missing and Unidentified Person System, NamUs, it's no longer there. But I guess because they found her. But date of last contact was April 27th, 2019. And it says circumstances of disappearance. Trisha told her husband that she was going for a drive to clear her head and never returned. And then it gives her tattoos and things like that. And she was 33 years old, I think, when she passed away. I hope they look into this too, you guys. I really, really hope they do, because even though that she had a chronic illness, he even says in that video, he said that they had found a doctor in Portland that was really had some new treatments and things like that, and so things were looking up for her 3 weeks before she passed away. And so this is her, you guys, absolutely beautiful. And this gives her, and it says right here that she dyed her hair dark purple 2 days prior to going missing. So we know that not everything is the same. You know, we can't say for sure, but it doesn't seem like that somebody would do that right before. You know what I mean? And this says there will be no good resolution from her Facebook. You can find the husband with sad news. I'm not sure if mainstream media will pick up this. And then she was found deceased on Thursday, May the 2nd. And Wasco County, they did do a post on their Facebook that I'm going to show you guys. And then this says, this was just a few days ago. It says, yes, I know the man in the link is her husband. He left Oregon after her death and moved to Alabama. He's also wanted for questioning in Oregon. And then this says he confessed that he only missed her because she let him do whatever he wanted to do. So I don't know about that. You guys can take that for what you will. But now I will show you the what the Wasco County, what they posted. I have to come back and get you guys after each time. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that better. Okay. And they posted this the day after. So this says press release for 5/3/2019. And this is from the Wasco County Sheriff's Office. It says on May 2nd, 2019, at approximately 13:50 hours, I don't know how to say this, Madras police responded to the Madras Safeway parking lot on a report of a deceased subject inside a vehicle. Trisha Lynn Bangert Renk was identified as the deceased subject. Madras Police Department handled the investigation. The death does not appear to be suspicious and being investigated as a suicide. Next of kin notifications have been made. Out of respect to Trisha's family, no further details will be released. The Wasco County Sheriff's Office extends our condolences to Trisha's family and friends. So she was found in a Safeway parking lot. How many days after she was reported missing? She was reported missing on 4/27. 4/27, 28, 29, 30. 5 days later? I don't think that she could have been in a parking lot for 5 days for 5 days and nobody noticed it. Do you guys? We don't have Safeways here. Is that like a grocery store? Are they pretty big, you guys? Do you guys know? I got pop out chat, Heather. I do. I had to bring you guys down for a second, though. They are pretty big, NorCal Jim. Do you think she could have been there for 5 days without being noticed? Oh, it's a gas station. And then here people are talking about, are talking about him. Oh, here you guys. Tina Hartwig. This is Trisha's sister. It says, asking for reopening my sister's death. I've always told the Madras police he was guilty. They did not listen. Now look, he's harmed many kids and caused much damage. I agree with her. Don't you guys? Teacup Kraken says it's happened before, especially if the car is parked in an out-of-the-way spot. Yeah, that's true. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of this video where he talks about it, and we'll see how much we can get through without throwing up in our mouth. Let's see here. So let's see here. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys this too. There was another post of this lady, and she's telling everybody to look out for him because he does participate in Art Walk, Mardi Gras, and LGBTQIA events. So I guess and music festival. So this is another picture of him at a music festival. And this is some of his tattoos again, just so you guys can get an idea and get it in your brain. So let's go to his YouTube channel and find that one video that I was going to tell you guys about. I saw it just a few minutes ago. Oh, here it is.
So I've been sitting here editing a bunch of the footage that I've taken of the trip, and I was thinking to...
Can you guys hear it this time? So this was 9 months after Trisha's death. Hippie Chick, it's so good to see you, my friend. It's always good to see you. So glad you could join us. So that's this video if you guys want to come back and watch it for yourselves.
For myself, how I want to present these videos. I mean, I've watched a lot of travel blogs, I've read a lot, I've seen a lot of pictures, and there's just a million different ways to do it. I know that I could just put videos and pictures of our trip and put a fun little dialogue with it, but there's a million of those online already. And those are nice and all, but I want it to be personal, because when I read somebody else's blog or when I watch their videos, what makes it enjoyable for me is when I really get a chance to know the person and their story and what's going on with them while they're taking their travels. So that's what I want to do with mine. I want to tell a story with my videos. And it occurred to me that if I want my videos to tell a story, and I just tell you that story of my travels, that it's going to seem out of context. It's not going to make a lot of sense. It's going to be like one chapter of a book. And if you haven't read the chapter 3, 4, and 5, chapter 6 isn't going to make a lot of sense. So the only logical way that I can do this, I believe, is that if I tell you a little bit about the story that brought me here, why I'm on this trip, and why...
I had to speed him up a little bit, you guys. I'll get us to some better parts, but basically he's going to tell you that he was born to his mom, which was a gypsy soul, and that he had the same kind of gypsy soul and stuff like that. So
why it means so much to me personally. I have to go all the way back to the day that I was born. Even though by the time I was born, I was her last child, she was trying to figure out how to settle down in the world, and her traveling days were kind of behind her. Find somewhere new to explore, something new to experience. I dreamed of being a world traveler, and setting idols were those people who were not afraid to put their lives in danger if it meant experiencing something new, experiencing something that this beautiful earth had to offer that you wouldn't get to experience any other way. So growing up my whole life, I couldn't wait until the day that I turned 18, the day that and nothing could hold me back. 19 years old, probably too young. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted, but as in
So now he is going to start talking about his first marriage and his first wife. Yeah, MK, he had around 9K on his YouTube channel, and he had a pretty good Instagram too. I'm not for sure how many he had on there, but he hasn't posted anything in about 3 years, I don't think.
of you that have been married before or that are older than 19 and can look back at yourself when you were 19 years old, you know 19-year-olds don't know what they really want. They think things are different. So no matter how much anyone told me what I should or shouldn't be doing, I didn't listen. I found a woman that I thought was perfect for me. I thought she was the one I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with. I thought she was going to be my partner to go out and explore the world with. And for the first year of our marriage, it was amazing. But unfortunately, it didn't take very long after that for us to realize that my idea of adventure and her idea of adventure just weren't really the same thing. What she wanted in life.
This sounds so rehearsed, doesn't it? It sounds like he stood in the mirror and practiced this a whole bunch before he decided to come online and talk about it. It's really gross. And I'm sorry, you guys, for putting you through this. But remember, I didn't show the other video where he takes his whole shirt off. His teeth are unique too, you guys. That might be something to keep an eye on, so that might be recognizable somehow.
I wanted in life weren't really compatible. So I did what any good husband would do. I gave up my hopes and dreams and goals and lived the life that she wanted, or at least what I thought that she wanted. And we did the best that we could, and we made it work for almost 8 years. But at some point along the journey, we had to admit to ourselves that I couldn't be the person she wanted me to be, and she couldn't be the person I wanted her to be, and it just wasn't working. I mean, don't get me wrong, that part of my life was not without adventure. We lived in 3 different states. I had all kinds of crazy fun jobs. We made 2 amazing children together. And I learned a whole lot about what it means to be an adult and what life is really like when you don't have your parents there to tell you how to live your life. It was an experience that I had to go through to make me who I am now. But unfortunately, for that time that I was with her, I had to put a lot of my dreams, especially my dreams of touching the untouched parts of the world, I had to put those on hold. So as you probably figured, that relationship and that chapter of my life came to an end. But when that ended, something else wonderful started. I found the love of my life.
Now he's going to talk about Trisha, you guys. And remember, this was 9 months. Let me make sure when this was. Well, I don't know how to get back there, but we'll look after just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that this was 9 months after her death.
She was the most beautiful, amazing, and adventurous woman that I could ever dream of. She truly was the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. You see, every moment with her was just honestly isn't any words that I can put it into. It's that feeling that every single songwriter has been trying to capture and put into words.
Yeah, I've got it in my notes right here, you guys. This video was on February the 24th of 2020. And remember, they found her deceased on 5/2 of 2019. So not even a whole year afterwards.
Since love songs were first invented. But if any of you listen to a lot of love songs, you realize that they not only try to tell us about that amazing love, they also tend to teach us that life tends to be very cruel. And most of the time when something seems too good to be true, it is. See, when I met Trisha, she was sick. She was very sick. She had a chronic illness. In fact, it was the same chronic illness that had taken her mom's life just 4 months before I had met her. But I was able to spend 7 years, 7 months and 30 days by her side. Some of those days, she was so bad that she couldn't even get herself out of bed. But there were other days where her adventurous spirit was able to force her feet on the ground.
I would be interested to know from her sister or anybody else if this is really true, what he's saying about her being this sick and stuff. From her Facebook, she looks like she's out and about and doing stuff all the time, which I know that Facebook, we show the best parts of our lives, but still, it's just not adding up.
And those are the days that we had some of the most amazing memories. I could go on for days and days about the amazing times we had together, the experiences I was able to experience, the lessons I was able to learn. But I'll probably save that for another time. So even though her illness was progressing quickly, it never stopped us from dreaming, from hoping, and praying about a day that she would get better. A day that we could both go on the type of adventures that we really, truly dreamed of. A day we could have a life that everyone would be jealous of. Because we just knew that if she was able to get past the sickness, there would be nothing holding us back. So what did we do? We planned for that life. We planned for the type of life that we wanted. And as most people know, living an amazing life, well, it takes money. So when you're planning properly, you've got to plan for that. And any logical person knows that if you want a life of ultimate freedom, where you can go.
Now he's going to talk about all the house flipping that they do, and that they sold their one house, bought some other houses, and flipped them. And basically, when she passed away, he had 3 houses and 3 cars. Basically, I'll get us through this part.
Me and my very talented and clever wife decided that the quickest way to total financial freedom and independence was to sell the house that we lived in, move into a cheaper house, and take the rest of that money and invest it. Specifically, invest it in real estate. So what we did was we bought a cheap foreclosure and we fixed it up. You see, her illness kept her from doing much of the physical work, but that's okay because I like doing the physical work. I like doing the manual labor, and I'm good at it. But it left her to do everything else. She balanced the budget, she planned the designs, she picked the colors, she called people when we needed to make appointments, she did all the permits and the planning and all the paperwork and the taxes and all the other stuff that goes along with flipping houses, leaving me to just focus on doing the physical part of it. And it worked out great. We made such an amazing team.
If she's as bad off sick as he tries to portray, I don't see her being able to do all of that stuff that he said, because even though that's not physical work, that's mental, and that takes a lot out of you too. Sometimes mental exhaustion is more than physical exhaustion. You guys know what I'm saying? So I don't really believe him on this part. Well, a lot of parts, but
Our first house, we were able to flip in just 4 months, and we sold it for over twice what our original investment was. So we did it again. We bought another foreclosure. 5 months later, we doubled our money once again. It was amazing. So by the time we got our second house sold, we'd actually got some really good news from the doctors. We got on a better insurance plan, and were able to take her to specialists up in Portland, and they were giving us some amazing news. They were giving us hope. They were saying that things were looking good. They had new technology, new medicine that they thought could do a lot of good. So we bought 2 more houses. Our plan was to sell those, to fix those 2 houses, as well as the cheap house that we were living in. And by the time we had done those 3 houses, we'd have enough money that we could just quit working altogether. And if she had gotten better, we could just go and not worry about it.
See, she found a good specialist with all this, the outlook was good,
Anything anymore. But like most great love stories in history, mine didn't end with that happily ever after. Instead, it ended with a tragedy. Nearly overnight, her disease progressed so quickly. She went from being full of hope and joy to just 3 weeks after that, which happened to be exactly to the day 8 years after her mom had passed away, Trisha's life was over. I not only lost my wife, I lost my best friend, my adventure.
Does this sound genuine to you guys? It does not sound one bit genuine to me. So you're saying after she had been through so much with her illness, and you guys find this great doctor and she gets this great insurance, that 3 weeks after that she's going to take her own life? I just don't see it, you guys. I just don't see it. And I'm with her sister. That it does not seem right, and I would be talking to the police too. Because, like she said, if they would have taken care of things back then, 2 children, at least 2 children, would have been saved from all of this pain and anguish. Merp, it's so good to see you. He's reading. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but he took a break in between there, and there was a cut in there. I could tell. So I wonder what that was about. And this music. Oh, this music is killing me, you guys.
Your partner, my business partner, the stepmom to my children, as well as the future that we'd planned together. It felt like my life ended with hers that day. But unfortunately, or fortunately, my life couldn't end. I had people counting on me. Specifically, I had 2 children. And they needed me. They needed me to fight to give them the best life that I could. Well, anyways, that was about 9 months ago now. And the last 9 months, well, honestly, it's been total chaos. Remember how I said we had bought 2 more houses? Well, guess what? I still have them, both of them. The first one I started working on, it's ended up being such an insane project, I can't even put it into words. What I thought would just be 4 or 5 months has turned into a year and a half. I had to replace the foundation, the septic, the roof, everything. I'm essentially rebuilding this house from the ground up. But now I don't have my partner to help me with it anymore. So I'm not only doing all this extreme labor by myself, I have to do the taxes and the paperwork and everything that Trisha helped me with by myself. It's pushed my skills and my stress levels to a point that I didn't even know was possible.
Now he's going to brag about how that he's still able to work on these houses that she left him. He's such a good person. He is such a good person to fight through all of his grief and tragedy, and to not only do all this physical stuff, but to put a video out about it. Such a good dude. I'm going to wait and hold out for a dude like him, you know? Oh, gross, you guys. We'll listen to maybe 2 seconds more is all I can handle.
Possible to go. And just to top it off, it's about a 60-mile drive from that house to where I live. That means every single day I've got a 120-mile commute, almost 3 hours of driving.
Okay, that's all I can stand of that. You guys, I dropped the link so that you guys can see it if you want to. I am going to pull up his YouTube channel so that we can take a look, just look at it all. Let me... So this is his YouTube channel and Renk Life, and 8.52K subscribers and 20 videos. Let's see. So after that, after he tells that story, he makes all these other videos. And Family Vacation Part 3, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And so it's him and his daughter and his mom that goes on all these trips. Life aboard the Rotterdam, Epic Family Trip, San Diego. Yeah, it's him and his mom and his daughter on all of these trips. So he's able to go on all of these trips. And then this video that I saved you guys from, you could see that I watched it. That's the one where he takes his shirt off and says he's going back to Oregon. Yeah, and then these are the ones where he is able to do the van life stuff. So he could, and he changed his let's go back and look. Let's look at the pictures. Let me see here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Let's look at it. I hate to do it to you guys, but let's look through his pictures one more time so we can get it in our brain good before we leave. And I know, right, Heather Bratt? He was looking for any excuse, I believe, to do that. Disgusting. Okay, so if I were him, I would get rid of that mustache. So don't even look at that. This is another picture. Well, let's look at Trisha for a minute. She deserves to be. Let's look at her picture. This is one of her pictures. And like I said, she still has her Facebook up. She looked like she was enjoying life, doing all kinds of stuff out there with his kids and stuff like that. And so I really hope they look into that, you guys. Absolutely. So, and then this is their wedding picture. Goofy. Hey, Jen, it's so good to see you. I figured you were working today, so I didn't want to bother you and send it to you. And this is, let's look at one more picture of his Ford ambulance that he's converted. Well, that one doesn't show it very big, but on my community tab, 2 posts back, I do share that from Kathy Pierce. Her Facebook post is really, really detailed, and it says a whole lot in it. So you guys can look at that, or I also have the wanted poster that I made that I can share too. So let's cleanse our palette from that, and let's look at Vanessa's Vanessa's YouTube channel. Let me get us there. She posted a new video, you guys, and she also she posted some pictures too on her community tab. Oh, you guys, also, since have you guys been looking at the have you guys heard about the sheriff that shot the judge in Letcher County, Kentucky, Whitesburg? I have been looking into that, you guys, and some people, you guys know how the rumors start and stuff like that, and people the first day were saying that it had something to do with the sheriff's daughter, and I just don't believe that's true. Yeah, Jen, Coco has retired for the fall, and he has a new buddy now. We got to come up with a new name, and there's a cat too. Um, but I think, you guys, I found other people have been talking about it too. There was a lawsuit with the Jim says, I heard that they had lunch together that day. Anybody hear that? Yep, yep. I saw a interview with the county clerk, and he said he went into the judge's chambers about 3 hours before the shooting to get the judge to sign some papers, and he said that nothing was wrong. The only vibe that he felt was that the sheriff Steins was more quieter than usual, and he said that they were talking about going to lunch together and that everything was cool. And then about 3 hours later is when everything happened, and he said there is a video inside the judge's chambers, and he said from the video that the sheriff has his phone and the judge's phone, and he's looking at them. Then he lays them down and walks around the desk and shoots the judge 8 times. That's what he says from the video, you guys. It's crazy. So I found there was a lawsuit, and a deposition for that was Monday. And I think that might have something to do with that, you guys. So that's what I'm working on for my next live, unless something really important comes out that we need to bring awareness about that specifically. Yeah. Okay, so this is on, guys. Vanessa shared this in my Discord, and you guys, she shared this a while back. And look how cute this is. This is baby praying mantises, you guys. And look at this. Look how cute. Have you guys ever seen a baby praying mantis before? How cute is that? I know, Jim. I know. That's what I'm thinking too. Absolutely crazy. Look how little, you guys. I had no idea how praying mantises were born. But they are in an egg sac like this. And so she's going to show us on her most recent video. And then let me see here. I think she said it was a short. She made a short. Let's see. Yep. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. She's seen, I can't remember if she made oh, this is the praying mantis is making babies, you guys. And she found a video of this. So she's saying that after this happens, that the mama takes the egg sac and hides it somewhere. And then in the spring is when the babies come out, you guys, when the babies are born. So we have to make mantes. Oh, I said mantises. At least I know that it's that deer is plural for deer. And at least I do know that. Mantes. Praying mantes. Got it. Thank you. So then if we can find out where she puts her egg sac, then in the spring we can see the babies, you guys. How exciting is that? Let's see here.
All right, guys, this is a first for me. I have spotted these two mating. This can last up 2 days or more. So I don't know if she's going to kill him after mating. Usually they can fly away, the males. Right.
Whoa, you guys. I didn't know that usually she kills them. I do have to tell you. Oh, there's the link to this video if you want to see it, and I also dropped Van's channel so you guys can check it out. I love going to her channel. You guys, she posts the most beautiful pictures every day and videos like this. But spoiler, this one after 2 days he does fly away so he can go make more babies. Oh my goodness.
Guys, this is my first time catching this. The praying mantis mating. They can stay like this for a couple days, so
Okay, if you guys want to watch the rest of that, you can go to her channel and watch it. But I thought it was cool, so cool, you guys, that she caught the first part of it, the video, and then she caught these pictures last year of what happens. So I'm excited about that, you guys. Yes. And if you guys want to be in my Discord too, just email me and I'll add you, no problem. And we have nature photos like this, and Jennifer shares she shares videos of her ducks, her quackers, you guys. They are so cute. Jennifer, what are your quackers called with the hair like they have? They have these cute little top knots, you guys. It's adorable. And she shares video of those. And then also every day Trista writes a devotional in my faith tab. So it's really cool if you guys want to check that out. Neat, you think so? Nobody better not report me for that. Oh, that's funny thinking about it, you guys. And also something else good, you guys. There's one more video that I want to show you guys before we go. That was something really, really good to end on. I watched it this morning, but I didn't see the article, and Nate shared that in Discord about there was a let me pull it up for you guys. There was a 6-year-old boy that was kidnapped, and he was found 70 years later. 70 years later. And me and Nate were talking about it, and it's like a lot of people give up hope, or they're told, you might as well resign yourself to the truth that they're not coming home. This fella came home 70 years later. And I want to show you guys that video before we leave. Let me come back and get you guys.
Oakland woman is celebrating tonight after decades of perseverance helped her family reunite with her uncle, who was abducted from a West Oakland park in 1951.
Luis Armando Albina was just 6 years old when he was taken while at the park with his brother Roger. He remained missing despite the efforts of Oakland police and the FBI. His niece, Alita Aliquin, was determined to find him and got a big break after taking a DNA test online and matching with a man on the East Coast.
My daughter found a lot of pictures of this man, and we started comparing them, and we saw the resemblance that was so strong, how much he looked like my other uncles. And then there was one picture that he really, really looked like my grandmother. That one kind of like gave me chills. And I said, no, there's something here.
This is a photo from 1940 of her uncle Luis and his father. Alita continued to search online, convinced she had a lead. She took that
Guys, I don't know if they're going to say it in this video or I read it in the article, but he was with his brother when he was abducted. And I was telling Nate, just think about all the survivor's guilt that he's had for 70 years, thinking that he could have done more to save his brother, or that it should have been him and stuff like that. But then after 70 years, the niece finds him. And he was abducted by a lady on the West Coast, and she took him to the East Coast, and she's passed away now, so I don't know what else they can do. But they do say that the kidnapping is still open.
Information to OPD, who then took it to the FBI. They found the man, and after comparing his DNA to Alita's mother, and Roger confirmed it was Luis, they set up a meeting in June.
It was just hugs and tears. Lots of hugs and tears. He hugged me really tight, and he said, "Thank you for finding me." And he gave me a kiss on the cheek. Yeah, it was nice.
Alita told me Luis visited again in July and spent time with his brother Roger. They were able to share stories of how they remembered that day in 1951, how they both served in the military and made up for lost time. Roger died in August. Alita also said her grandmother, Luis's mother, always held out hope that he was alive and okay. That woman passed in 2005, but Alita said she is smiling from above.
I think she's happy. I mean, I honestly think she was there guiding me too. It's just the way everything worked out. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's unbelievable. I just like, I had, yeah, I
So my point is, we can't ever give up hope in these cases that we talk about. I really don't know, like on the missing children and stuff, I really don't know how you could cover them and, not have hope. I just don't understand it. I will always have hope. Always. Okay, you guys, I do have to show you this guy one more time. Adam, and he goes by James sometimes, but he mostly goes by Dean Renk, and he's 6'1" tall and weighs 175 pounds with blue eyes, and he usually keeps his head shaved, and he is in that Ford ambulance, and sometimes I have seen it gray over white and sometimes white over gray, but we do know that he can change vehicles, so it might have changed by now. But when I was looking this morning for updates, I always look in the morning for updates just in case. And on the Oregon State Police post, on their Facebook post, it said somebody in the comments, they have been saying that they've been seeing that around. So I really hope they report that. Hey, Aries, good to see you. Good to see you. Aries says, stopping by to say hello, showing my support and hoping all is well. It is. It's really good to see you, dude. Thank you. Okay, guys, I think that that's all that I have for today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, or no matter how long you could stay. And I really appreciate you guys coming and listening to me. I missed you guys last week, and I'm so glad you could come today. And if you guys have any other suggestions that we need to bring awareness to, please email me, reach out, or leave me. I always reply to all of my comments that I get, so leave me a message there. And I love you guys, and thanks for coming by today. And thank you guys so very much. Please remember to say your prayers and take your vitamins. And yeah, and God bless you all. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time, okay? I love you all. Bye-bye.